Hi everyone, Dr. Remy from Pain Free and Fit and Posture Size. Today we've got a great video for you personal trainers in learning how to train your clients with rotator cuff tendinitis during pull-ups, chins, and muscle-ups to avoid pain. Common questions personal trainers ask me that I teach and certify in injury prevention and dealing with clients that they're training with injuries is how do you prevent pain and shoulder aggravation in clients with rotator cuff tendinitis when they are using overhead pull maneuvers, such as chin-ups, such as pull-ups, such as muscle-ups, such as lat pull-downs. It really doesn't matter if you're using a narrow grip or wide grip, the mechanics are the same, and there are three most common disorders in terms of biomechanics that your clients are making, and this video is designed to help you fix those three most common problems. The first is in the overhead position, the upper arm bone, many times due to an imbalanced rotator cuff and improper joint stability, has a tendency to slide upwards in the shoulder socket. Now that's different than the whole shoulder blade shrugging up. It's the actual arm bone in the socket that actually moves up too far because of a lack of support from the rotator cuff muscles underneath it. And you can feel this in your clients by holding the back of their shoulders just off the very point or tip of the shoulder. You can feel as their arms come up if that upper arm bone slides up. It's a tiny motion, about 1/8 of an inch, sometimes as much of 1/4 of an inch. And if you feel from side to side, many times on the side that they're having pain, as they reach overhead, especially at full extension overhead, that arm will actually slide up in the socket. It pinches the rotator cuff tendons and leads to pain. So to correct this, before they actually perform a pull-up, just in an overhead position, you're going to have them practice moving the upper arm bone, tensing it down away from your finger. Very slight motion, 1/8 of an inch. The more they practice that, the more they can stabilize that shoulder before they actually hold on to the bar and perform the overhead pull maneuver. The second problem is when we get to the bottom of the motion, whether you're doing a muscle up, whether you're doing a pull or chin up, lat pull down, as the arm comes down, the arm bone has a tendency to slide forward in the socket too much. Again, this is due to an imbalanced rotator cuff function, and that anterior glide or forward malposition of the upper arm in the socket again leads to an abnormal stress on those rotator cuff tendons, leading to pain. To practice this, simply put the elbow behind in your client and have them practice pulling the upper arm away from your front finger. That brings that upper arm back in the socket, centralizes it, stabilizes it, and that's what they're going to focus on as they complete their repetition, sliding backwards in the socket. The last problem that happens at the bottom of the pull motion is the scapula or shoulder blade has a tendency to tip forward. And you can feel this in your clients. If you go to the back of the shoulder blade, the bottom of the shoulder blade tip normally lays flat against the rib cage. In clients with this problem, the shoulder blade tip will actually pop off the rib cage, and you'll feel a little hump coming off where it won't be tight against the rib cage. So the correction for this, again, before they do the exercise, is training holding that lower tip of the shoulder blade forward into the rib cage, away from the trainer's finger, and then setting that position and practicing emphasizing it as they complete their pull down motion. So at the top, we're emphasizing a downward slide of the upper arm in the socket. As we get to the bottom, we're emphasizing both a backward slide in the socket and a lower tip of the shoulder blade forward into the chest to help neutralize normal mechanics, keeping that shoulder joint in a stable position, keeping the scapula in a stable position. This often relieves the pain associated with rotator cuff tendinitis and impingement syndromes in overhead pull maneuvers. If you like this video on shoulder injuries and personal training your clients, feel free to subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot of great videos out there to help you. If you'd like to help me share this valuable information with others, give me a thumbs up below. Questions or comments, write in. I'd be delighted to help you with your clients and your problems. If you're looking for a great essential course as a personal trainer to learn all this information about how do I change and exercise modifications, how do I program and design workouts for my clients with injuries and pain, look no further than our essential crash course on injuries and pain conditions available at the PostureSize.com website. I hope this video helps you with your personal training clients with rotator cuff tendinitis and avoiding their injuries.